Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Scott Melker, and what he says is, I would love to see Ripple pimp smack the SEC. I don't care what you think about XRP or the community. A win against the SEC would be good for everyone. And he couldn't be more correct. Once we get that clarity, you think you're in a bull run now? Wait until we get the clarity, and we will see many other cryptos, including XRP, especially XRP, rally to the moon. Massimo down here saying they will kick their butts like you will not believe. Then XRP to $50 easy. Hex.com down here saying the SEC wins over 90% of their cases. It doesn't look good for XRP. I don't know if that's actually correct. Massimo responds by saying, no, they do not. They picked the wrong fight with Ripple, and Thinking Crypto down here 100%. So an interesting sentiment coming out from the Wolf of All Streets here on Twitter. Gotta thank him for posting that. Meanwhile, I did catch this interview from Thinking Crypto. I didn't get around to watching the whole thing, but I did watch a good majority of it, and this is Joseph Hall. He talks about that op-ed piece that he wrote at the time of the lawsuit and giving his opinion on it. So he's a lawyer at Davis Polk. He also has served on the SEC. Great little interview here, guys. I will link it in the description of the video if you guys did not catch that. So guys, what are we looking for now? This from Credible Crypto. Guess what happens next? This is the XRP chart on the hourly, and he is showing something interesting here. We have now closed, or rather we are hoping we are going to close above this support level. So this is on the micro time frame, or a medium time frame, I guess we could say. After that dump last weekend when we saw that rally upward for XRP, and it looks like new support has been made, and then yesterday XRP price rallied in the 40s, and right now I believe it's trading at about 40.5 cents, 0.4447 to be exact. Actually just switched over to 0.4448. So you guys can see here I have the hourly chart on here, and Credible Crypto is noticing this level here. So if I go over here and I put a line right here to where he's talking about, that brings us to roughly 42.5 cents, 0.425 for XRP. Now, let me just put a price label there to show you guys that. Right there, 42.5 cents. Now, why is this critical? Well, when trading, whatever it is, whether it's cryptocurrencies or stocks, we're always looking at support and resistance. And, the funny thing that we've noticed here, maybe not so funny as it is just a great thing that we've noticed here, is despite the SEC lawsuit, so the SEC lawsuit brought us right back down into this level of support back in the 20s, okay? We dipped down as low as even 17 cents, which we hadn't seen since June of 2020, okay? This is a new level that was made after that big dip when the market totally tanked way back in March, okay? So you guys can see that. Let me just show you where that is there. So the market dumped in March. XRP had seen a low it hadn't seen in years, back down to 11 cents, give or take. Rallied up, made new support here. Okay, that was 17.5. Let me see if I can get a Fibonacci on this to show you guys here. So again, this was the dip in March. It went down to this low of 0.113, came back up to the 0.5 level, then dipped back down into this level here, the 0.236, and was basing around here. So that was that level, roughly 17 cents. So these are all established levels of supply and demand, or resistance and support, whatever you want to call them. So this is what we saw back then. The SEC news came out. The price dropped down to this level of support back in and around 17 cents, and then it rebounded, and we weren't quite sure what was going to happen at that point, right? After the SEC lawsuit, most of January, we saw this little bit of a rally here, but the rest of the crypto market was rallying. So we were thinking to ourselves, okay, the rest of the market's rallying. XRP is, starting to rally a bit. It topped off here and then just kind of petered out, and we weren't quite sure what was going to happen from there, okay? It started basing in and around here, which basically just kind of retraced into this level before that initial pump. So we were kind of thinking to ourselves, okay, what is going to happen next? Then we had the Wall Street Bet story. An XRP group was created, and it was artificially pumped. The price was artificially pumped way back up to this level of resistance up here at about 75 cents. Okay, so that brought us up here. We met up here, and I think a lot of people were asking themselves, what does this mean? Because this is an artificial move. It's not an organic move, and so it shouldn't and doesn't necessarily make sense on the chart if we're looking at pure technical analysis. Okay, so then after that, what happened? Well, after this, let me just get rid of that. After that, we of course saw a dump because the pump could not sustain itself as we had predicted. And then we came basing down in around the 37-cent mark, which is good. Let me zoom out, or rather zoom in on the hourly. So, Wall Street Bet style pump occurred, the dump occurred, and then we started basing in and around this zone here, which I had mentioned in a former video is now a new level of resistance higher than the level we saw after the SEC dump. That 20-cent level, 20 to 28 cent give or take, that level we had seen a lot in 2018, 2019. We really couldn't get up above that level, and now finally, for the first time in a long time, we were basing in the 30-cent zone, nearing 40 cents, and then just yesterday we saw this move to the upside for XRP, and then it came back down again. Now XRP trading at about 44 cents. So, when taking a look at all of this, what does this mean? So part of this is the XRP chart recalibrating, in my opinion. Part of this is investor confidence coming back slowly but surely, because we're hearing interviews, for example, from Joseph Hall, and he's just one lawyer who has talked about the SEC case against Ripple and XRP. We've also heard from John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan. So a bunch of legal experts have talked about their opinions with regards to the lawsuit. Even Ripple's lawyer, Stuart Alderati, is saying that Ripple does indeed have a very strong case and doesn't quite understand why the SEC is doing what they're doing. Not only that, we've got some other great stuff happening in the space. This from Leonidas, Google Trends XRP 5 years. The dotted line is partial and incomplete data, but this data is complete up until February the 6th. So we can see the trends when looking up the search term XRP up here has increased. This was the bull run of 2017 over here, if you guys are looking at the screen. It remained fairly flat throughout most of 2018, 2019, and then in the latter half of 2020, we started seeing some movement, and then of course, this was very, very exciting times. The end of 2020 when XRP got a lot of publicity in the news because of the SEC lawsuit, and so people are just overall getting more interested in XRP price. The cryptocurrency market as a whole. Of course, we have to remember XRP is in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. And I keep mentioning this, and I know it's simple, but I wanted to do a quick demo on this. If you type in cryptocurrency list here in Google, all this stuff comes up, but the first link you see down here is coinmarketcap.com. You click on that, and what most people see, especially if they're not familiar with cryptocurrency like you and I, they see a list of the top cryptocurrencies that they can invest in. Okay, and a lot of people are coming into this market with not too much money, right? So they take a look at Bitcoin, they look at the price, whoa, $37,000, that's too rich for my blood. They look at the next coin on the list, Ethereum, $1,600. Okay, that's a little cheaper, but where can I get a deal? And then they start going down the list, and they see coins like XRP trading at 43 cents. They take that under advisement, maybe Cardano, some other affordable coins. So this is where money is going to flow into, let's not forget. And we've also got this from XR Partisan here on Twitter. Know what you hodl. Since 2013, XRP Ledger has 2,392,546 accounts, 60,578,848 ledgers, 143,563,902 payments, and 1,706,521,929 transactions. Payment equals XRP sent from one account to another, and transactions, he's just giving a definition here, payments and other things, placing orders to buy, sell, etc. And he gives a few screen grabs here showing some of those charts. So, even if people aren't doing their research right out of the gate, chances are eventually they might look into certain coins that they hold, because if they have money invested, chances are eventually they probably want to know a little bit more about the coin they are invested in. So, you and I, we already have done our research. We know what we hold. But I think what is happening here is, the initial panic after the SEC lawsuit, that's not there, but you guys know what I mean. That initial sell-off here, if I put it on the daily, I can show you that again. That initial sell-off got people quite frightened. This is why XRP was basing in and around that same level before the lawsuit. Then there was the altcoin market rally, and then it pittered off. Then there was that Wall Street Bets style pump. Then there was obviously the sell-off from that. Then we started basing in and around the 30-cent level, likely because at this point we had already covered about a month's worth of time. This is early February, this is early January or late December. So I think the climate had kind of warmed up for XRP. Now we are here, and so this resistance level has been broken, and that 42.5-cent level is the next one to crack. And so let me throw a Fibonacci here on the hourly chart here just to give you guys a sense of where we are. So right from the top of that GameStop style pump for XRP all the way down to the bottom, we had been retracing. Now we're up above the 0.236 level, or rather we've been finding resistance in around there. Don't know if you guys can see that. Resistance and resistance. We dipped down earlier today. Again, this is on the hourly, and now we're trying to make our way back up over that. So these levels are going to be crucial, and they really are going to tell us a story of where we're going to go to next. And so let me put XRP, actually I'll put it on the weekly for you guys here to give you guys a bigger picture of where the XRP trend could be going. So the Fibonacci on here, the top of the bull run, and breaking this 0.236 is going to be critical. But look at where we're at now, okay, for the 42.5 cent. The weekly candlestick needs to close above this level, in my opinion, in order to continue that momentum upward. We have seen resistance over here at that level, and a little bit over here. It had gone up over that, but ultimately a significant level to look at for resistance. So closing above this level would be very, very positive for the outlook of XRP. And I saw this from SB Investments. This is what could happen if we copy history. And so he's taking a fractal pattern, basically lining it up with where we are today in the chart. And so what happens if we do that there? Well, what he's doing is he's taking this fractal pattern here, and he's suggesting that, you know, if we do go up higher, this is where we are likely going to go. So of course, you know, this does have some merit. We don't know if this is where we're going to go for sure, but indeed we have seen these types of gains in the past. And you guys can see this fractal pattern even lines up with this Fibonacci here, getting rejected here at the 0.786, rebounding here at the 0.382. You guys can see those lines there. Finally moving right up to the 3.618 level, coming back down and around here, finding resistance underneath that at the 2.618, and then blasting off, guys. Finally moving upward, blasting off to this high here. Where could this possibly take us? Let's put a line right up there and a price label. Over $100, $102.05 per XRP. Of course, we don't know if it's going to pan out this way. There are still a lot of factors that we have to take into consideration, but the 42.5 cent level, if we can close this weekly candlestick, today's Friday, we still got 2 more days. So if we can close this weekly candlestick above the 42.5 cent mark, I think we are in a good position to keep rallying to the upside. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.